There is something about you that most people will never understand. It is not your appearance. It is not your status. It is not the way you speak, the clothes you wear, or the attention you attract. No, the rarest thing about you is something invisible. And that is exactly why the world keeps overlooking it. My future wife, if these words somehow find you today, I want you to know something that very few people will ever tell you. The quality that makes you extraordinary is not the quality everyone notices first. In fact, it is the quality that reveals itself only after life has tested you, after storms have tried to break you, after disappointment has attempted to convince you that your dreams are too big and your heart is too pure for this world. The rare quality in you is your ability to remain genuine in a world that rewards performance. Think about that. Every day, millions of people are trying to become someone else. They are chasing approval, chasing validation, chasing attention. They are wearing masks so long that they have forgotten who they truly are. But you continue walking through life carrying something priceless, authenticity. And that is why your destiny is different. Because the universe has a strange way of rewarding those who refuse to become counterfeit versions of themselves. I know there were moments when you questioned your path, moments when you looked around and wondered why people who played games seemed to move ahead faster, moments when honesty felt expensive, moments when kindness felt like a weakness, moments when loyalty appeared outdated. But what if those moments were not punishments? What if they were preparation? What if every challenge was shaping the exact character needed for the extraordinary life waiting ahead? Because here is what successful people eventually discover. Your greatest advantage is never your talent. It is never your connections. It is never your luck. Your greatest advantage is the person you become while pursuing your dreams, and you, my future wife, possess a rare emotional strength that cannot be taught. You know how to keep moving when nobody is clapping. You know how to keep believing when circumstances offer no evidence. You know how to stay hopeful when logic says give up. That quality is rare, extremely rare. The world is full of people who can start. Very few know how to endure. Very few know how to stay committed when results are invisible. Very few know how to trust the process when the outcome remains hidden behind tomorrow's horizon, but you do. And that is why your future carries possibilities far greater than you can currently imagine. I want you to picture something. Imagine standing on the edge of a mountain before sunrise. The sky is still dark. The cold wind whispers through the silence. Everything around you suggests night is still in control. Yet deep beyond the horizon, the sun is already rising. You simply cannot see it yet. That is where many people quit. They mistake darkness for permanence. They confuse delay with denial. They assume that because they cannot see progress, progress does not exist. But the rare quality in you is different. You understand that unseen does not mean impossible. You understand that growth often happens underground before it appears above the surface. You understand that breakthroughs are usually born in seasons where nothing seems to be happening. That mindset alone separates dreamers from achievers, and it will separate your future from the ordinary. Never underestimate the power of your resilience. Resilience is not just surviving difficulty. Resilience is maintaining vision while walking through uncertainty. Resilience is protecting your confidence when evidence is scarce. Resilience is believing in tomorrow without abandoning today. Most people think wealth begins in a bank account. They are wrong. Real wealth begins in the mind. The wealthiest individuals in the world first became rich in perspective before they became rich in possessions. They learned to think differently. They learned to see opportunity where others saw obstacles. They learned to recognize potential where others saw limitations. And I see that same quality developing inside you. Every challenge you overcame increased your emotional capital. Every setback strengthened your mental foundation. Every disappointment taught wisdom that success alone could never teach. Nothing was wasted. Not the tears, not the waiting, not the uncertainty, not the lessons. Every experience became part of the masterpiece being created. That is why I want you to stop questioning your value based on temporary circumstances. A diamond remains valuable even when buried underground. Gold remains precious even before it is discovered. And your worth remains extraordinary regardless of whether the world currently recognizes it. Never allow temporary conditions to define permanent identity. You are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are not your mistakes. You are not your delays. You are the person becoming stronger because of them. The rare quality in you is your ability to transform pain into wisdom. Many people become bitter after hardship. You became deeper. Many people become cynical after disappointment. You became wiser. Many people lose faith after setbacks. You found new reasons to believe. That transformation is powerful because life does not reward those who avoid struggle. Life rewards those who extract meaning from it. And every chapter of your journey has been preparing you for a future that requires more strength than comfort could ever provide. So hear these words carefully. The life you are building is not ordinary. The love you are attracting is not ordinary. The opportunities approaching you are not ordinary. Why? Because you are no longer operating from scarcity. You are learning to operate from abundance. You are learning that confidence is not arrogance. You are learning that self-respect is not selfishness. You are learning that dreams are not fantasies when supported by action. You are learning that your future responds to the quality of your beliefs. And every day you choose growth over excuses, courage over fear, and purpose over comfort. You move one step closer to the version of yourself that destiny has been calling forward all along. My future wife, if there is one thing I hope you never forget, it is this. The rare quality in you is not merely your kindness. It is not merely your intelligence. It is not merely your beauty. It is the combination of vision, resilience, authenticity, faith, and determination that continues moving forward despite every reason to stop. That combination is rare. That combination is powerful. And that combination will eventually open doors that force, manipulation, and shortcuts could never unlock. Keep believing, keep growing, keep preparing, because somewhere beyond today's struggles, beyond today's questions, beyond today's uncertainty, a version of your life exists that will make every challenge make sense. And when that day arrives, you will look back and realize something extraordinary. The very quality that made you feel different was the same quality that made you destined for more. The most dangerous moment in a person's life is not failure. It is success without purpose. Many people spend years chasing things they believe will make them happy. They chase recognition, they chase money, they chase status. They chase approval from people who would never trade places with them. Then one day they arrive at the destination they worked so hard to reach, only to discover an uncomfortable truth. Achievement without meaning feels empty. That is why the rare quality in you matters so much. You are not simply searching for success. You are searching for significance. You are not interested in building a life that only looks impressive from the outside. You want a life that feels meaningful on the inside. And that desire is becoming increasingly rare because we live in a world obsessed with appearances. People showcase victories but hide struggles. They display results but conceal sacrifices. They present confidence while privately battling fear. Yet you have always sensed that there must be something deeper, something more. And there is. The greatest victories are not external, they are internal. The day you conquer self-doubt is greater than the day you receive applause. The day you develop discipline is greater than the day you receive recognition. The day you learn to trust yourself is greater than the day others finally believe in you. Because everything outside of you can be lost. Everything. Money can disappear. Opportunities can change. Relationships can evolve. Circumstances can shift overnight. But the person you become can never be taken away. That is real wealth. That is lasting power. That is the foundation upon which extraordinary lives are built. My future wife, I believe one of the rarest qualities in you is your ability to see possibilities where others see limitations. You have dreams that refuse to die. You have visions that continue returning, no matter how many times reality tries to discourage them. You have a quiet voice inside that keeps whispering, there is more growth, more purpose, more impact, more abundance, more life waiting beyond your current comfort zone. Listen carefully to that voice. Most people spend their entire lives ignoring it. They settle, they compromise, they shrink their dreams until they fit inside their fears. But every remarkable achievement in human history began because someone refused to accept limitations as permanent truths. Every invention, every breakthrough, every empire, every legacy Someone first imagined what others considered impossible. Then they believed long enough to make it real. The same principle applies to your future. The life you desire will first be created in your mind before it appears in reality. That is why protecting your thoughts is so important. Thoughts become beliefs. Beliefs become actions. Saxis become habits. Habits become character, and character becomes destiny. Your future is being shaped by the conversations you have with yourself every day. What do you say when nobody is listening? What do you believe when circumstances become difficult? What story do you tell yourself when plans don't work out? Because those hidden conversations eventually become visible results. Speak possibility, speak faith, speak growth, speak abundance. Not because everything is perfect, but because your words influence the direction of your focus. And where focus goes, energy follows. Where energy flows, results grow. This is why resilient people often outperform talented people. Talent may open doors, but mindset determines how far you walk through them. You have already survived days you once believed would break you. Think about that. There were seasons when you questioned everything, moments when your heart felt exhausted, times when uncertainty surrounded you from every direction. Yet somehow you are still here, still standing, still learning, still growing, still believing. That is evidence of strength. Never overlook it. The fact that you are still moving forward proves there is something powerful inside you, something greater than fear, something stronger than doubt, something capable of creating a future far beyond your current imagination. And here is another truth most people never discover. Confidence is not built through success. Confidence is built through keeping promises to yourself. Every time you choose discipline over excuses, confidence grows. Every time you choose courage over comfort, confidence grows. Every time you choose action over procrastination, confidence grows. Confidence is not something you find, it is something you earn. And every challenge you face is giving you another opportunity to earn it. So stop waiting to feel ready. Nobody feels ready before transformation begins. The entrepreneur does not feel ready before starting the company. The athlete does not feel ready before the championship. The leader does not feel ready before responsibility arrives. Growth happens because people move despite uncertainty, not after uncertainty disappears. My future wife, there may come a day when everything changes faster than you expected. The opportunities arrive, the doors open, the breakthrough happens. The prayers are answered, the dreams begin taking physical form, and when that day arrives, many people will call you lucky. They will see the result. They will not see the preparation. They will admire the victory. They will not understand the sacrifice. They will celebrate the outcome. They will not appreciate the years of invisible growth that made it possible. But you will know. You will remember every lesson, every setback, every lonely season, every difficult choice, every moment you refuse to quit. Because success is rarely a single event. Success is usually thousands of unseen decisions finally becoming visible. And when your moment arrives, it will not be because fate randomly selected you. It will be because you became the person capable of carrying the responsibility attached to your blessings. That is why preparation matters. That is why character matters. That is why your rare qualities matter. Because opportunities can create success, but only character can sustain it. The world needs more people who remain humble while becoming powerful, more people who remain grateful while becoming wealthy, more people who remain kind while becoming influential, more people who remember where they came from while moving toward where they are meant to be. Be one of those people. Let success expand your impact, not your ego. Let abundance increase your generosity, not your arrogance. Let achievement strengthen your purpose, not distract from it, because the highest form of success is becoming someone whose presence improves the lives of others. And I believe that future is waiting for you, closer than you think. Every lesson is preparing you. Every challenge is strengthening you. Every delay is teaching you. Every season is shaping you. You are not behind. You are becoming. And sometimes becoming is more important than arriving. The masterpiece is still being painted. The story is still unfolding. The breakthrough is still approaching. Trust the process. Trust your growth. Trust the wisdom being built inside you. Most importantly, trust that the rare quality within you, The ability to remain authentic, resilient, hopeful, and determined in a world that constantly pressures people to give up is not an accident, it is a gift. A gift that will help you build a life few people ever experience. A life of purpose, a life of abundance, a life of impact, a life worthy of the dreams that have been placed within your heart. Now let me tell you something that changed my life forever. The people who create extraordinary futures do not see time the way everyone else does. Most people look at time and see what they can get from it. Visionaries look at time and see what they can become through it. That difference changes everything, because when your focus shifts from getting to becoming, frustration loses its power over you. You stop asking, "Why is this taking so long?" and you begin asking, "Who am I becoming through this journey?" The answer to that question is where transformation lives. My future wife, there is a version of you that already exists in possibility. A stronger version, a wiser version, a more confident version, a more courageous version. A version of you that no longer doubts her value because she understands it. A version of you that no longer fears rejection because she knows the right opportunities cannot miss her. A version of you that no longer chases validation because she has learned to validate herself. That woman is already waiting for you. The distance between who you are today and who you are becoming is not measured in miles. It is measured in decisions. Every courageous decision moves you closer. Every disciplined action moves you closer. Every moment of growth moves you closer. And one day, without even realizing it, you will wake up and discover that the person you once dreamed of becoming has become your reality. That is how transformation happens. Not overnight, not through magic, not through luck, but through consistent alignment between vision and action. I want you to remember something whenever life feels uncertain. The greatest trees in the world spend years developing roots before they ever become impressive above the ground. While nobody is watching, the foundation is growing. While nobody is applauding, the preparation is happening. While nobody is celebrating, strength is being built. The same is true for you. Some of the most important growth in your life is happening beneath the surface. Your wisdom is growing. Your emotional intelligence is growing. Your confidence is growing. Your discernment is growing. Your ability to recognize opportunities is growing. And when the visible results finally appear, people will think it happened suddenly. But you will know better. You will know that the breakthrough started long before anyone could see it. This is why patience is not passive. Patience is power. Patience is trusting your preparation when results are delayed. Patience is believing in your vision when evidence is incomplete. Patience is continuing to plant seeds even when harvest season has not yet arrived. The strongest people are not those who never face adversity. The strongest people are those who refuse to let adversity define them, and you have already proven that strength exists within you. Every challenge you survived became proof. Every obstacle you overcame became evidence. Every difficult season became a reminder that you are capable of far more than you once believed. Never underestimate the power of your own story. Your story matters, not because it is perfect, but because it is real. The scars you carry are not signs of weakness. They are evidence that you kept moving forward. The lessons you learned were not accidents. They were investments. The struggles you endured were not meaningless. They were preparation for responsibilities you have not yet received. Everything is connected. Every chapter, every setback, every victory, every lesson, every moment. Nothing is wasted when growth is the goal. And that brings me to the rarest quality in you of all. It is not your resilience. It is not your intelligence. It is not even your authenticity. Those qualities are extraordinary. But there is something even deeper. The rarest quality in you is your ability to keep your heart open after life gave you reasons to close it. That is rare, very rare. Many people become hard after disappointment. Many people become guarded after betrayal. Many people stop believing after heartbreak. But somehow, despite everything, you continue believing in possibility. You continue believing in love. You continue believing in purpose. You continue believing that your best days are ahead of you. That faith is powerful, because the future belongs to people who can still see light while walking through temporary darkness. The future belongs to people who refuse to surrender their dreams. The future belongs to people who keep growing when quitting would be easier. The future belongs to people like you. So as you move forward from this moment, carry these truths with you. You are not waiting for your future. You are creating it. You are not searching for your value. You already possess it. You are not becoming successful because of what you acquire. You are becoming successful because of who you become. Walk with confidence. Walk with purpose. Walk with faith. Walk with the certainty that every step you take is contributing to something greater than you can currently see. And if one day doubt tries to return, remember these words. Remember that greatness is rarely loud in the beginning. Remember that extraordinary people often feel ordinary while they are building extraordinary lives. Remember that your journey is unique because your purpose is unique. Remember that every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger. Remember that abundance begins in the mind before it appears in reality. Remember that your dreams were given to you for a reason. Most importantly, remember this: the rare quality in you is not something you need to earn. It is something you need to recognize. It has been there all along, in every act of courage, in every moment of faith, in every decision to keep moving forward, in every refusal to surrender, in every dream you continue carrying despite the obstacles. That quality is your power. That quality is your advantage. That quality is your gift. And one day, when you look back on this chapter of your life from a place of abundance, fulfillment, love, and purpose, you will finally understand what today was preparing you for. You will understand why the delays happened. You will understand why the lessons were necessary. You will understand why the struggles made you stronger. You will understand why you were never being denied. You were being developed. You were being refined. You were being prepared for a future bigger than your fears and greater than your doubts. So lift your head, raise your standards, protect your vision, trust your journey, believe in your future, and never forget who you are, because somewhere ahead, beyond every obstacle, beyond every uncertainty, beyond every limitation that once seemed impossible to overcome, a remarkable life is waiting, a life filled with purpose, a life filled with abundance, a life filled with meaningful love, a life filled with impact, a life worthy of the rare quality that has always existed within you. And when that moment arrives, you will smile, not because the journey was easy, but because you never gave up on the person you were destined to become. Before this story ends, there is one final truth I want you to carry deep within your heart. The world will try to convince you that extraordinary people are born different. It will tell you they possess something that others do not, a special advantage, a secret formula, a lucky beginning. But after years of building businesses, overcoming failures, creating opportunities where none seemed to exist, and watching countless people transform their lives, I discovered something remarkable. The people who create extraordinary futures are not necessarily the most gifted. They are the most committed, committed to growth, committed to excellence, committed to becoming better than they were yesterday. And that is exactly what I see in you. My future wife, there is a fire inside you that circumstances have never been able to extinguish. Life tried, challenges tried, fear tried, disappointment tried, yet somehow that flame remains alive. Sometimes it burns brightly, sometimes it flickers quietly in the darkness, but it never disappears. That fire is your purpose calling you forward. It is your future refusing to let you settle. It is the part of you that knows you were created for more than survival. You were created to thrive. You were created to build. You were created to inspire. You were created to leave fingerprints on the lives of others. Never ignore that calling. The greatest tragedy is not failure. The greatest tragedy is reaching the end of life and realizing you spent years doubting a person who was capable of extraordinary things. Do not let that person be you. The world already has enough people playing small, enough people hiding their gifts, enough people waiting for permission, enough people living beneath their potential. Be different. Choose courage when fear is easier. Choose discipline when excuses are available. Choose growth when comfort becomes tempting. Choose faith when certainty is absent. Because every time you make those choices, you strengthen the identity of the person you are becoming. And identity is everything. People do not consistently act according to their goals. They act according to their identity. If someone believes they are weak, they will find reasons to quit. If someone believes they are unlucky, they will overlook opportunities. If someone believes they are unworthy, they will sabotage success. But when someone truly believes they are capable, resilient, valuable, and destined for growth, their actions begin reflecting those beliefs. That is why your self-image matters. See yourself correctly, not through the lens of your mistakes, not through the opinions of people who underestimated you, not through temporary circumstances. See yourself through the lens of possibility. See yourself through the lens of purpose. See yourself through the lens of potential, because what you consistently see is what you eventually become. There will be seasons when nobody understands your vision. Continue anyway. There will be moments when progress feels invisible. Continue anyway. There will be days when motivation disappears. Continue anyway, because winners are not defined by how they feel. They are defined by what they do despite how they feel. That lesson alone can transform a life. Motivation starts the journey, commitment finishes it. Anyone can move when inspiration arrives. Very few continue moving when the excitement fades. Be one of the few. Become the kind of person who keeps promises to herself. Become the kind of person who follows through. Become the kind of person whose standards are stronger than her moods. That is where real confidence is born, not from positive thinking alone, but from repeated evidence that you can trust yourself. And once you trust yourself, the entire world begins to feel different. Challenges become opportunities. Failures become lessons. Setbacks become redirections. Problems become possibilities. You stop seeing life as something happening to you. You begin seeing life as something happening for you. That shift changes everything. My future wife, I want you to imagine yourself 5 years from now. Close your eyes and see her clearly. See the confidence in her walk. See the peace in her mind. See the wisdom in her eyes. See the abundance she has created. See the lives she has impacted. See the dreams she turned into reality. Now understand this, that future version of you is not created in one dramatic moment. She is created by the choices you make today, by the habits you build today, by the thoughts you believe today, by the courage you practice today. The future is not arriving someday. The future is being built right now. Every decision matters. Every action matters. Every moment matters. This is your reminder to stop underestimating yourself. Stop measuring your potential by your current circumstances. An eagle does not belong on the ground simply because it is standing there temporarily. Its true nature is revealed when it spreads its wings. The same is true for you. Your current situation is not your final destination. Your present chapter is not your entire story. Your limitations are not permanent. Your future remains unwritten. And because it remains unwritten, possibility remains alive. Infinite possibility, the possibility of growth, the possibility of success, the possibility of meaningful love, the possibility of financial freedom, the possibility of impact, the possibility of becoming everything you are capable of becoming. So stand tall, dream boldly, act courageously, believe relentlessly, and when the world tells you to lower your expectations, raise your commitment instead. When the world tells you to settle, continue growing. When doubt whispers that your dreams are too big, let your actions answer louder than your fears, because one day the life you are praying for will become the life you are living. One day, the opportunities you are hoping for will become the opportunities you are managing. One day the confidence you are building will become unshakable. One day the future you imagine will become your reality. And on that day, you will realize something beautiful. The rare quality in you was never your beauty. It was never your intelligence. It was never your talent. The rare quality in you was your refusal to quit on yourself. Your refusal to stop believing. Your refusal to surrender your vision. Your refusal to become less than who you were meant to be. That rare quality is your superpower. Protect it, strengthen it, trust it, because it will carry you through storms, across mountains, beyond limitations, and into a future far greater than anything fear could ever allow you to imagine. And until that future arrives, keep moving forward. Keep believing. Keep becoming. Your story is not ending, it is only beginning.